lockdown came along and I really needed a practical project to get my hands into. Doing this stuff at home where I have a daughter, so I had to, bar the room from her. She would come in, "Daddy, what are you doing, Daddy?" And I'd say, "No, you can't come in, I've got the laser on." Solar cells are meant to operate for decades on your roof. One of the big problems is degradation, so moisture, heat, light, and this machine that we've invented can actually monitor those. Why do they decompose readily in some areas as opposed to not others? What sort of tweaks we need to make through the recipe for making the cells in the first place. I was either reading papers, maybe doing some calculations, but ultimately I'm an experimental scientist and I like to have something to connect to something else. Tinkering is in some ways my solace. I got an image and I thought, oh, that's quite nice. But it was just a flat image because it was the fresh device. It didn't show much. It was just basically a flat square. Well, that's a bit boring. But then I left it for a while and lo and behold, perovskites decomposing like they do, it started to make all these weird and wonderful shapes, almost like a corrosion pattern in a metal or something. As I changed the modulation frequency, the images were changing. No one's done this before, having the modulated laser and the scanning of the laser at the same time. Mapping is always the holy grail of doing any solar cell studies, to compare apples to apples, to work out how to compare people's devices. Really, anyone who wants to do photocurrent mapping is welcome to come and use it if they like. I'm a bit of a greenie at heart, and so that does give me a little bit of an inner glow, that knowing that I'm sort of in some way helping the process go along. Probably the once in a lifetime chance, really. I don't think there'll be too many pandemics. It might turn out to be quite useful.